Rakshit. Okay, Rakshit.
Do you want me to explain?
Yeah, yeah. At least tell the name.
Low pressure cutout and curtain, high pressure cutout. Then we have master solenoid valve. We have oil heater. We have relief valve. Then yeah, low loop air pressure alarm and trip. I guess that's all.
So other than Rakshit, if you want to say extra, anyone? At least try. Pressure gauge. I'm going to share your my screen. Is it visible to all?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the actual refrigeration system of on ships. Okay. So here is lots of things, including safeties and components. Wait a minute, someone wants to join. So these are the components. So we will discuss safeties one by one. So here is a low pressure control, high pressure, okay, master solenoid valve, okay. So these are the components. Is it visible if I zoom? Is it clear if I zoom to you?
Yes, it's clear. It's clear.
Okay. So first we will talk about low pressure cutout. So what is low pressure cutout? Low pressure cutout activate when suction pressure of compressor drop below set limit, which means room is properly cooled. So when room temperature increase, it will again reset. So do you understand what does it means? The definitions that I told. Anyone wants to explain or understand what is it? When low pressure cutout happen, when the compressor pressure drop below the set limit, okay, it means the room is completely cooled. When the room is completely cooled, the pressure dropped, okay, and it will reset again. We no need to reset manually, it will reset automatic. You can hear the sound of compressor at your home also. The cutout, low pressure cutout, and again reset. So anyone wants to say something on this point?
Nothing extra to add. It basically means like whenever we achieve the desired temperature, we have
Mm-hmm.
to save energy, right? So this low pressure cutout automatically turns off the compressor. And back when the temperature rises again, this low LP starts to cut in, which means it will start the compressor again, and again cooling starts.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you mean to save energy, but it is also na the room, when the room is completely cooled, we do not need to run the compressor because because the room is already cooled. It will achieve its desired temperature. So, okay, the many have questioned that how pressure decreases or increases. Like pressure depend on which point. So pressure decreases means the amount of flow of refrigerant also decreases. You mean the when the room is completely cooled and there is a sensible valve, okay, sensible valve that gives a signal. You can see that there is a thermostatic, okay, thermostatic switch. It will give the signal. So it will it will the solenoid valve on and off. Okay, it will off, and it will decrease the amount of flow, or off the it completely off. So pressure decreases means the amount of flow of refrigerant into the evaporator is decreases, or pressure increases means the amount of flow of refrigerant increases. When amount of flow of refrigerant increases into the evaporator, so pressure that time increase, and the cut in, it means the compressor start running. Okay. So if you have question again, so you can ask, or we will move to the next point. High pressure cutout. What is high pressure cutout? Anyone have question? Please ask if you have questions to this point. Low pressure cutout. Shall I move to the
Hello,
next
sir.
point? Hello.
Yes, sir. So my question is that, sir, what is the meaning that the pressure decreases is equals to amount of flow refrigerant decreases? What does it mean, sir?
Actually, I am not, sir. I am also a student like you. Actually, I have what I have
Okay,
learned during my interview. So I am just sharing my knowledge with you. Okay, so
okay,
I write this pressure decreases equal to amount of flow of efficient. I write this myself. Okay, uh, to make understand, to make it easy understandable. So pressure decreases. We say the when low pressure cutout happen when pressure decreases. So pressure
yeah,
decreases. It means the amount of flow of refrigerant into the evaporator is also decreases. That's why pressure decreases. Pressure depend upon the amount of flow of refrigerant. Got it? Pressure decreases when the amount of refrigerant into the evaporator is decreased. That's why pressure decreases. And pressure increases when the amount of flow of refrigerant increases into the evaporator. So that's why pressure increases. Got it? Or if
got
you
it,
got
got it.
it, if anyone have question, you can ask, because we are here to clear the concept. If the concept is not clear, so yeah, so it's no value for this session.
Uh, Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
What is the function of oil differential cutout?
So I will come there.
Okay.
So next is the high pressure cutout. So why high pressure cutout happen? The simple question is the high pressure cutout activate or trip the compressor when the discharge pressure of compressor exceed above the set limit. So very simple definitions. So noting point is that it will not reset itself. It done by manually. Okay, but in low pressure cutout it reset itself. Here it will not reset itself. It will done by manually. So if the high pressure cutout happen, it means this something is wrong. That's why high pressure cutout. We need to check why it's happened. Okay. So what are the possible factors can lead to increase the pressure in the compressor? What are the? So the point one is the point one is overcharge of refrigerant. If we charge the refrigerant over, and it means too much, so it can increase the pressure. So if the pressure will increase, or high pressure will cut out. Got it? Second point is if the condenser is dirty. So if the condenser is dirty, it will not able to release the heat to the atmosphere. Got it? Okay. Expansion valve malfunction. Expansion valve malfunction. So an improper functioning expansion valve can affect the refrigerant flow, leading to the increased pressure. This is a very simple, you can understand. Improper function expansion valve can affect the refrigerant flow. Second is compressor issue. A malfunctioning compressor or the compressor operating outside its design conditions may contribute to elevate discharge pressure. So compressor issues also. A malfunction compressor or the compressor operating outside its design conditions. So it will also increase the discharge pressure. Ambient temperature. High ambient temperature can impact the condenser ability to reject heat, resulting in increased pressure. So these are the points. These are the points that are the causes of high pressure cutoff. So if interviewer will ask to you what are the reason of high pressure cutoff, so you can have one, two, three, four, 5 points. You can understand these points. It will help you to answer that questions why high pressure cutoff happens. Do you have any question in this point, or shall we move to the another point?
Can you explain the last point of the ambient one?
Ambient. Ambient is
Ambient
high
temperature.
ambient temperature can impact the condenser ability to reject it. Ambient, you can see that the here is a condenser. There is a seawater outlet and seawater inlet. Okay, so this that help to reduce the temperature of the refrigerant. So sometimes air is also the fan is there. Okay, so it is also help to decrease the temperature. So if the temperature is also uh, high, so how it will reduce the temperature of refrigerant?
Okay, got it, sir.
I'm not sure. So anyone, I'm requesting you. Actually, I am not a sir. I'm also a student. If I make mistakes, so you can correct me. Okay. So I'm also learned. Then I help you. So we are sharing knowledge. Live while low pressure cutout. So these are the questions someone has asked. What is it?
Yeah, yeah.
So it activate and trip compressor to prevent bearing and crankshaft. So loop while pressure cutout or while differential cutout, it activate when and trip the compressor to prevent bearing and the crankshaft. So if the loop while, what is mean? The differential pressure increases when low flow or no flow of loop while in compressor crankcase. Uh, as we know that we need lube while to for lubrication purpose there is a piston inside the compressor. So if the lube oil is low or the no flow of lube oil can cause also cause it will cause the frictions or damage the piston components, bearing and crankshafts. So this low pressure cutout is also there if it is happen. So what is lube while low pressure? So here the third point is lube while this one. The lube while differential pressure cutout compares the lube while pressure and the suction pressure of the compressor. 2 points. It is talking about two pressure, suction pressure and the lube while pressure. Lube while differential pressure compare while pressure and the suction pressure. If the differential pressure fall below 1.2 bar, then the compressor trip and requires a manual reset to restart. Okay, this is an important point. And why 1.2 bar? Actually, I don't know why it take 1.2 bar. I also need to learn about this.
Should we actually
So
mention 1.2 bar? Like it's not general, no?
that's why I said I need to learn more why it is 1.2 bar. The third point.
For every compressor, it's not 1.2 bar, no?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's the talking about marine compressor on
Okay,
ship.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So you can notice this point. The differential pressure compare two pressure, loop valve pressure and the suction pressure. If the pressure differential falls 1.2 bar, then the compressor trip, and we need to restart manually. It means reset manually. Third is relief valve. So we know that why relief valve is there. Relief valve is there to release the high pressure. It is fitted to the condenser refrigerant line, protect from overpressure if there is high pressure in discharge line. Okay, this is very easy point. Where it is fitted, condenser refrigerant line to protect condenser. Do you have any question in point 4? Anyone?
Why is it fitted in the condenser? Why can't we keep it at discharge of compressor?
This charge of compressor have also, bursting disc is also there. So for safety purpose, there is also. Okay. So it's not about the 3 to 4 safeties. There are some more safeties. Okay. So that here is I am talking about relief valve only. If the relief valve is there, so it is fitted on the condenser. But in compressor there is also bursting disc, and one things are also there. I'm not recalling it right now. What is it?
Fusible plug.
This fusel plug is also, yeah. Fusel plug is also used in compressor. If the temperature of air increases, we also need to protect the condenser also. That's why we use relief valve, because
Okay.
seawater,
Okay.
yeah, seawater flow inside the inside the compressor. So we do not want to enter the water inside the compressor. Similarly, this point is low pressure cutout. Why it's happen? We know that if the room which room is properly cooled, it means the liquid will enter into the compressor. Got it? That's why it is also there. We do not want liquid refrigerant into the compressor. We always want vapor inside the compressor, because we know that liquid is incompressible in nature, so it will harm the compressor. There are two solenoid valve, master solenoid valve and solenoid valve. So master solenoid valve is fitted after condenser in the main refrigerant line, and it close when compressor stop or trip to prevent overflow of refrigerant into the evaporator. Here you can see the diagram. This is master solenoid valve. It will connect to the motor control and the low pressure cutout and high pressure cutout. It is the main line. Master solenoid is there in main line, and solenoid valve is there. So each each evaporator have separate solenoid valve and the thermostatic expansion valve. On ships we have three room: veg room, meat and fish room, and the accommodations. So every room have separate thermostatic expansion valve and the solenoid valve. And master solenoid valve is one in the main line after condenser, and it will off and on electronically. It is connected to the low pressure cutout and high pressure cutout by the motor control. Okay, got it. So you can see the 2 points of master solenoid valve. And the solenoid valve is individual room has separate solenoid valve that control flow of refrigerant in that room. Okay. So many students have questions in their mind, and I also have had that time. Why we use solenoid valve if there is thermostatic expansion valve? So this is also point solenoid valve on and off. It means it will completely stop the flow of refrigerant into the evaporator. And thermostatic expansion valve control. It will increase or decrease the flow of refrigerant into the evaporator. Anyone have question?
Just one question. The master solenoid valve and solenoid valve. So the master
Mm.
solenoid valve is for what? Is the advanced safety or something else?
Uh, Master solenoid valve is work on the low pressure or high pressure cutout. If there is high pressure cutout, so master solenoid valve activate and stop the flow of refrigerant into the evaporator. Okay, so that time master solenoid valve work, but in separate room has separate solenoid valve. If something happen inside the single room, so there is a solenoid valve. For example, on ship we have three rooms: veg room, meat and fish rooms, and the accommodations. If something happen inside the veg room, so the solenoid valve of the veg room will stop the flow of refrigerant into the veg room, but it will work. Fish room and meat room will work, and accommodation will work.
Got it. Got it, bro.
Anyone have question? That's why I show you this diagram. You can easily see that. You can take a look. There is a master solenoid valve and this is solenoid valve, and solenoid valve is also connected with sensible valve, you can see, and thermostatic valve is also connected with sensible valve. Two sensible valve is there. Anyone have questions? Point 6 is oil heater to prevent crankcase from the excessively cold. It means having heating lube oil to flow easily does not viscous. Okay, oil heater is there. Sometimes if the lube oil will viscous because of cool, so it will not lubricate easily the piston and the crankcase, so we need oil heater, so we can maintain the to reduce the viscosity of the lube oil, so it can easily flow. Anyone have question? Hello.
Not from my side.
If anyone have confusion, you can ask to me. Hello. Okay.
Hello.
So yeah, hi Karan.
What is the function of bursting disk?
Bursting discs.
Main
Bursting discs
function.
is main function is to protect. It's a safety to protect. Okay. To actually look what I said before. We do not want to enter liquid into the compressor. Okay, because liquid is incompressible in nature. If liquid enter inside the compressor, it will damage. It will break. Break the piston also because it is incompressible in nature. So what happens in compressor? Sorry, in condenser. No.
In compressor. It
Yes.
is for compressor.
After compressor, there is a condenser that cool the air. So
Yeah.
there, yeah, intercooler. Sorry, are you talking about the main compressor? There is an intercooler and aftercooler. So bursting is placed in intercooler or aftercooler. Okay. So in aftercooler, how it cool the air? So there is a water inside. If the bursting disc brush the intercooler pipeline, and there is a bag, water bag. If it will damage the bag, that water enter into the pass through the intercooler, and it will enter into the compressor. Okay, to protect water bag in the intercooler, that's why we need to put bursting disc. Is it confusing or clear?
Where is the position of intercooler?
He is talking
They
about multi-stage compressor, no?
So we in multi-stage compressor we have intercooler and aftercooler both. So if you know the functions, the aftercooler used in last and intercooler used between the two compressors, the single stage and first stage and the second stage.
Okay.
Karan, are you asking about VCRS or compressor?
VCRS.
Oh, VCRS is also the same, na? So we
Yeah.
use brush, yeah.
We use in
You,
bursting test in VCRS also.
I think in the cylinder head, right?
yeah, in the manifold, in the manifold of inlet and outlet. In the between of manifold of inlet and outlet, we use bursting disc there in
Okay.
VCRS system. We do not
Okay.
want to damage the pipeline. If the pipeline will damage, to protect that we use bursting disc, so it can easily change.
Okay.
Any question related to VCRS? Do you know what is receiver used in VCRS system? Okay, for that we will discuss in next topic, but here today only safeties.
Back pressure valve.
Back pressure valve is there also. Yeah, back pressure valve. Why we use back pressure valve? Actually, as earlier I told, three room: veg room, fish room, meat room, and accommodations. In meat and fish rooms, we use negate that we maintain negative temperature. It means the six minus 16 to minus 20 degrees Celsius. And in veg room we use plus 4 degree to 5 degree centigrade. So we use back pressure valve in west side. That side where the temperature is high, which means the positive side. So the outlet of the evaporator of the veg room, we place back pressure valve there, because we want equilibrium in VCRS system. So wait, how can I show you? So it's very easy, but we need to show you diagram. Wait, if I have, I will show you. Is it visible?
Yes.
You can see that this the arrow back pressure valve. Back pressure valve. This is the valve, back pressure valve. Okay, handling room, veg room, and the meat room. Where the back pressure valve is there, you can see the outlet of vegetable room and the handling room. Okay, there is a back pressure valve, but the meat room do not have back pressure valve. Okay, so why we use, if we do not use back pressure valve in vegetable and handling room, the 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 refrigerant that coming out from the meat room, it will enter into the vegetable room. Okay, why? We know that the refrigerant will flow from high temperature to low, the high to low. So the refrigerant that coming from the meat room is high pressure, because we maintain negative temperature minus 16 to minus 20 to maintain that uh, the amount of refrigerant is high inside the meat room. So if we do not use back pressure valves, it will enter into the vegetable room and the handling room. To protect that, we use back pressure valves, so that the equilibrium of the system maintain.
Okay, okay.
Is it? What do you think, Mantu? Am I correct?
Yes, sir, yes.
I'm not sure, bro.
Okay, bro.
So that why we use back pressure valve? Okay, this is the reason. So many student also ask about that the meat room have negative temperature. It means the low pressure. No, it is just opposite. If the room there we maintain negative pressure, it means the amount of refrigerant is high inside. That's why we maintain negative. So if the amount of refrigerant is flowing, high, so the pressure is also high. In veg room
Yes,
there
yes.
is a,
Yeah.
yeah, in veg room there is a positive. So it means we do not need more much refrigerant inside the vegetable room. So the flow of refrigerant is low in veg room. Okay. So this is the reason we use back pressure valve to maintain equilibrium. Any question? If you have question, you can ask. So I will try to answer
You
related to
get any
safety.
cross questions regarding safeties in your interview?
Mm-hmm. Any cross questions? Cross questions.
Like, did you get any cross questions regarding safeties of refrigeration?
No, in my time they didn't ask any this types of question. The refrigeration safeties they didn't ask to me. But in my time, anyone had? Mm, no, I don't think anyone had. But bursting this is very famous that time. What answers are questions?
Like, what does he ask? Like, working of Western race?
Working of bursting disk, where it is placed, and what at what pressure it will burst. No, sometimes they ask temperature. He asks,
Temperature
I'm sorry.
depends, right?
No, temperature does not depend on bursting disk, but someone has said so. He start his pulling his leg at what temperature. No, to know whether it's no or not. For temperature, there is a fusible plug. For pressure, there is a bursting disk.
Who was your interviewer?
My interview was Rishi Rana, sir.
Did anyone get abrasive?
No, in my time, I didn't hear about him.
Yeah, it's
But
very rare now. Like, I'm searching for people who got abrasive. Like, I'm not able to find anyone.
yeah, yeah.
Filter dryer is one of the safety in reefer compressor.
Filter dry. It's not safety. Filter dry is used to filter and absorb the moisture.
Is that the
There are
dryer?
yeah, dryer. The silical gel is there. Is Akshay is there? Akshay, are you there? Akshay is left, I think. Okay. So there are some receiver is there, like receiver is used to store the refrigerant whenever we want maintenance. So we store refrigerant into the receiver. Then we do maintenance. Okay. So this is the use of receiver.
How many safety should we explain on interview? I guess how much?
If you mention low pressure, high pressure, relief valve, and I will suggest you to only mention that point with only mention that point that you know about. No? If you mention some that point you do not know about that, so it will make you in trouble.
When was your interview? Like when did it finish?
Sorry.
When was your interview? Like which month?
Uh, Mine was in November or October, I think.
Like how much time after your written test?
It will take 1.5 month.
Okay, okay.
It, yeah, it take 1.5 month. So we do not have questions. We should have to left. So anyone have questions, or shall we end up the session?
Where we can get the PDF which you are presenting right now?
PDF. Uh,
Yeah.
I There is a video. It's a recorded video. You can see on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in your interview, electrical questions were asked or not?
Uh, yeah, yeah. In my time, like someone had gave the interview 2 days or 3 days or 1 week ago. Continuously, researcher asked about alternator, all the electrical questions. But in my time, on that day, they didn't ask any electrical questions to me. But I was prepared because he was continuously asking electrical question.
I mean, if
What
you
type of
answer
electrical question?
everything, it's their way of pulling your leg, I guess, asking electrical questions to mechanical people.
Sorry, I didn't
I mean,
get
if
it.
you're answering every question, they should somehow try a question which you don't know, right? So they will try electrical questions also.
No, no, they have some questions. If you will give that answer, so it does not like if you're not able to give the mechanical, then it will switch to the electrical. No, it does. It's not like that. They have selected questions. If you will able to give that questions, then good.
What type of electrical questions were asked to you?
What kinds
Uh,
of?
Electrical questions were asked to the
No, I told you.
student 1 week ago,
Uh,
which we were telling.
the famous question of is the working of alternator generator. Uh, Actually, I have made a video on this. You can see on
Single
my
phase
playlist.
induction motor, three phase induction
Yeah,
motor.
yeah. Faraday's law, Lenz's law.
Nowadays
Faraday's
they
law,
ask working on spark plug also.
spark plug also. Or and one of the famous question is how the bike is start by kicking
Ah, yes,
himself
yes,
and the
how you
car.
start the
Yeah.
bike.
So this kind of question he also asked.
Actually, I've given the interview, so I know these questions were asked to me also.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
which company?
For ANGLO instance.
Did you clear it?
Uh,
No,
What kind
I
of
was
questions
not.
they
I
asked?
have not given the answer of a three-phase induction motor. I was little
it's very
confused about that.
easy. It is very easy, bro. I have made electrical stations. You can get the. You can easily understand what I said there.
Yeah,
So
I know right now, but that time I was confused, a
yeah,
little bit
that
So,
nervous.
electrical have
uh,
very confusion. If your
Uh,
concept is not clear, you will confuse in between alternator, generator, rotor, stator, winding,
yeah,
etc., etc. You will very confused. You have to understand single word. What is field
bro, can you
winding,
explain one thing? Like excitation coil. Why do you use that in alternator?
excitation?
Yes, the DC
Why?
excitation we use, right?
Yeah, yeah. Actually I don't know the exact answer. Why it gives, but not to maintain the we first the prime mover. That's why we need exciters. Then it will work. The
Like, is
initial,
it to start the
yeah,
spinning?
yes, it's an initial torque. We can say that it's not. I know. Don't. I'm not 100% sure. It's a very confusing electrical.
Ah, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
you have to give all answers in interview. That then you will be selected.
Yeah, yeah. Each and every question I give. There is a video also on YouTube. Uh, the
Also,
most
there is one more video also. Like,